Hello once again, this is Robert here with another Tech Geek World stuff of information. Now, this week in May, as you can see right here, May 11th and 12th, we've got the new Google I/O, which is basically Google's version of their keynote, their annual keynote. And it's going to be taking place on May 11th and 12th of 2022. Before, in these previous I/Os, they talked about their AI, their Google Assistant, updating maps, and eventually some of these things finally get updated and we see some improvements. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do in 2022 for Google. Now, you can see the program in here. Gives you a little more information, tells you about the keynote here, about developer keynotes, what's new in Android. They're going to talk about cloud built for developers, their Firebase, you've got Flutter, all this stuff they're pretty much going to talk about. And you can see here they have Google Maps, so they're going to talk about AR, a lot of AR stuff. Got here Google Play, a little more about Chrome, maybe some new stuff about Google Home, Google Assistant, GPay. Of course, a lot of Android. You're going to see a lot of Android, a lot of pixels and all that. And like I said, I'm not an Android person. I'm more of an Apple person. So for me, Android doesn't interest me. What interests me is more of what Google's going to do for iOS. And of course, deep diving into events. So it's a lot of information you can see in here. So Google I/O will, of course, be streamed on YouTube because, of course, they're owned by Google. And it'll have an array of speakers in here. As you can tell here, this is all the speakers that'll be presenting on Google I/O. So it's going to be about an hour, hour and a half, maybe a 2-hour event. And Google usually covers a lot of things on here. They usually cover a lot of new updates and new things to expect. And sometimes you get some of those updates very, very fast, and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we got to wait, 6 months to a year before we even see any updates, if at all. I have not seen that many of the Google Map updates that they talked about in previous Google I/Os, so we're still waiting on those. So just so you know, Google I/O will be coming on May 11th and 12th. Be streamed online. You can look at it through, of course, google.com. You can Google it. Or you can watch it on YouTube as well. And so I'm going to be checking it out, watching the keynote, and I'll give you guys a lot of live updates on Twitter. And then I'll come back and I'll give you a little video and review and tell you kind of what I learned from Google I/O this year. So mark your calendars, Google I/O coming soon. You want more updates like this, you want more videos like this, don't forget, give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed. I'll come back and give you guys more updates. Thanks for watching.